Hello everyone, this is Ali P13 with episode 32 or 33 of Pokemon Yellow. We had a big grind in. Unfortunately we don't show that because it takes it a few days to do, but this is the team now. We got Rebel, who's now 40, with Peck, Fly, Grilled, Peck and Flurry Attack. Next up we got Sandproof, who is 40 as well, with Hypnosis, Psychic Hypnosis, Pepper and Confusion. Next we've got Nessie, who's also 14 now, with Dragon Rage, Tackle, Bite and Serve. Next we got Sparky, who's also 40, with Thundershock, Quick Attack, Slam and Thunderbolt. Next up we got Draco, our Charizard, who has Strength, Rage, Ember and Slash. And lastly we got Ryu, who is 38, who done much better than the others, as Rock Slide, Cut, Slash and Dig. Our plan was to go into the gym and take on the gym leader and that, and if need to do a big montage on that, but I changed my mind today because, as you see, I do have a key somewhere. But what we're going to do is instead of going there, we are going to go to the island nearby. Now we could go to the beauty plant and that as well, but we won't do that today, but we will go with that another time. But what I'm going to do is start heading over there. Question of the day is, how is everyone doing at the moment? I'm just waking up, so I'm a bit dazed and that, and it's the reason I was on hot or cold at the same time. That probably the weather at the moment that's doing that. But yes, I'm alright and that. But I wanted to see what you guys are. Don't forget, if you do like and leave a comment, you got a chance to be named a Pokemon. Be named after a Pokemon than this. And this, before I forget, it is recorded the audio, because I was trying to do all the grinding, and I just thought I'll just get this one done and that. And apologies for taking so long. We was trying to get this episode up as well on their screen as well too. But we are getting there, and if you are watching Fox Gaming, we're going to try and make this weekly our main series now. If you haven't seen my update on Twitter, Ali P13, that's what we are doing with that. But as you can see, with Elle, we have got her up, and when she learned those two moves, Fury Attack and Drill Peck, it made it a whole lot easier to train. Believe me, and that. So we are going to be doing that, and if we get time, I'm going to go and try and get the legendary bets. I know I said before I was going to go into, but I changed my mind and we're going to do it as well. So I got my list next to me of the Pokemon I caught, and that, and so we're all ready to go for when we get to the Pokemon. I'm going to name all the ones that we got up to now. That's they're going to be named today, or they're going to be named in the future. We got Gallimore, Free Ascent, Lagamos, Unfollow PS Please, Clifford JR, Eric Robso, Music Cyclus, I'm sorry, it's hard to pronounce that. Jasmine Willifer. No, I'm sorry, I can't say a name, but it could be a name. Characteristic Versus, Cantucas, Jessup, Zach, Era 7, MD, that, and Shepherd Ninja. You're all named so far on the list up to today's 26th of June today. So that's those of you know when I'm doing the audio for this and that. So any big updates on Pokemon I need to tell you? Oh, Pokemon Go, they've done a lot more better with that on the screen. They made it so on Pokemon Go that a big update has to be better for the gyms. So I'm going to be trying out on Wednesday while I'm in town to go to the hygienist. So that's something I'm planning to do anyway. I might do a video on that, depending on how I get on with that. I fixed my Pokemon Go Plus because I did have a bit of a problem while we were on holiday, and it wouldn't work and that. So, and I haven't had a chance to go through the videos about Pokemon Go when I was on holiday, so there's something else I've got to do as well. All I'm going to say about the update video, we're going to have some pop-up for the focus on one episode, and this is on Ali P13 gaming. That's what we're going to be doing. We are going to have the main series, which is going to be Pokemon Yellow until we finish now, and then we are going to do some pop-up videos. We've got 2 on the go already. We got Pokemon Go, of course, and we also got my 30-minute playthrough on PS4. I can wait for a minute till we finish. So what we're going to do is we're going to I hope I don't reset this by clicking that button then. What was I going to do? Oh yeah, I'm going to do Overwatch. I did do a few episodes, recordings on the PS4, but they were a bit rubbish, so I'm going to redo them, do them a bit better. And I'll tell you something, Overwatch is a lot more harder than it looks on the screen, and so that's something to go into another time. What I was going to say, but I'm going to try and do some of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links as well. I'm not going to be the big expert, but if anyone's joining, I can help out with a few things that are a bit stuck for me. No, that would be nice to have for. But as you can see, we are heading into the gym. We've got Pharaoh, but we're swapping out. I'm using Sparky. I'm trying to keep these everyone up to around the same level. Hopefully, by going to see Articuno, I think that's how I pronounce the name, and maybe try and catch it and that. And if we, I'm going to try not to forget people to faint, my Pokemon to faint, but hopefully we don't. But if it is, then we're going to have a battle grind montage to get a Pokemon up to level for when we go against the gym leader, who is a fire type. But anyway, what else needs to be said today? I said about the pop-up episodes, and then that's what we're going to be doing for those in the meantime, and so that's going to get done and dusted. I think it's early morning. Well, it's not early for me, but just getting up and getting this done and dusted, and I've got other things to do. I've got a driving lesson at 2 today. Yeah, 2 o'clock, and I've got booked my theory, so I'm going to be doing that end of July. So there might not be some episodes the end of July, depending on how we get on. And we already booked our next outing and that on that in early October, late September. So that's all done and dusted as well. As you can see, we are doing quite well and that. Sparky's getting quite most of it because it is electric type in there. Water types and that, but Pharaoh, Rebel's getting a good amount of that as well, so hopefully we do a good amount with that as well. I've updated the table. I might not be better to use a different type of paper, but the thing was is what I had to work with, and a lot better when it comes to actual. Once I got everything on 2 sheets, and I started writing all the names down instead of trying to remember what I write for them. For that, I don't know what I got one for the Go team. Next one I'll get people on Twitter. I'll do that for that. While I think about it, I can get a few people keep liking my message about if you follow me on Twitter, you get your names down. Liking it does not qualify. I want to make that clear if you are watching, but you probably and I'm going to put on Twitter in a bit anyway, so to say that. But people who like it does not qualify to be named. Although you have to follow me or even write on the answer for the question of the day. Those are the only 2 ways you're going to be able to be named on here, so keep it. Those are the things for that. I wanted to clarify that because I'm getting a few likes from the same person, and I think it's getting a bit annoying on that part. Well, anyway, we got that done and dusted, got that word out of the way. So what we do, we'll focus on this. And what I did on this, because this is already done, well, I went around, had a look, tried to find it, but I didn't use the map. I only really used the map when I did do the grind montage that you're going to see in the next episode to get to so we could battle it and see how we go with that. If it is we faint it. If we catch it, we'll be naming it, and I think we won't use it unless we get rid of we lose Rebel or something. Because I know it's an ice type, it's going to be useful for dragon types, but we already got Nessie at the moment, and that, so we'll wait and see what we do with it. So as you see, we just entered the island now, and all I'm going to do is just follow the route, and look at this bit is a bit short to find, and we'll see what our first Pokemon is. It is a Grabby. 31, so that's not bad, because now we've got more of a selection of Pokemon we can use to use, especially wild types. So if we use Nessie, excuse me, sorry about that. Maybe it's been still a bit, but I'm on medication. I'm using this nasal spray stuff because it got so bad in the warm summer, warm weeks and that. But other than that, oh, we've got the GameFreak thing. That's not gonna be good if I think if it actually hits. But as you see, I'm trying to catch it, but I have to do a critical hit. So we didn't get any luck this time with that. But there will be loads more we can have a go at as well. That's why I get leveled up to 41 as well. So that's good. And then tried to level Thunder. I did wonder, should I trade Thundershock to Thunder? But the thing is, it doesn't have such a good successful accuracy hit, and it would only work if you had rain out. So, and I definitely know they don't have it on this gem for like rain and that, so I thought better not and stick with what we got. And then if we decide in the future we want to, we can always go back and try something else on that. But it's one of those things for it. So I think I don't know why I've gone on there. I think I actually paused to do something on the screen. That's why it was that. So we'll be back in a sec for that. And now we're back, and I think it was just I had to go and help out. Something I was recording while sorting some stuff out, so I think I paused, stopped it there, and unfortunately I can't pause when I'm recording on the screen, so unfortunately we had to do it like that. Something else for Pokemon is that they announced Pokemon Ultra Moon and Ultra Sun, and I would say the links between the legendaries and the Ultra Beast, the Black Ultra Beast, makes them look quite awesome, I must admit that. So it would be something to look into in the future for that. But anyway, I'll probably find out some more and discuss it with you guys another time. Oh, and we also got that legendary, mythical Pokemon I'm going to call it, Mushroom one. And it's quite good, but I'll wait to see what it does. It has got quite a cool Z move and that, but it is good, also good it's just like a fighting ghost, so that's going to make it more interesting that. I might, when it comes to actually using it, I might try out and see what I think of it. But as you can see, we're doing pretty well with this. Danger, fast current. I think we're getting near to where he is, and I think that's it there. But I think up here is the fast current as well, and we'll double check that in a minute. First things first, we've got a Dewgong on the screen. And we're going to use Thundershock just to weaken it, and it was crit, but lucky it was enough to It's a stage where we can actually do too badly, and quick attack shouldn't be too strong on it either. And he's using grab anyway, so making the attacks a lot more weaker anyway. So we're going to use Sandproof just to try and capture it. And it's as you head that better than me. We'll try and hypnose him if we can. We can, but it's going to take a while for it to work. And one more time, and it works this time. So that's brilliant. And now we're going to try and catch you. And Ultra Ball, go please. 2, 3, and we caught it. So for this name, we are going to call it you. Well, I'll wait a sec, because this is a bit, well, I'll go and try and find my list to see what I can name the one on, and I've got the list right in front of me, and it's not a bad one. I might actually, if it comes to it, I might use Dougal instead of, full, if we lose Nessie. But Sea Lion, entire body, I went too quick on that. Never mind. And we got, and we are calling you Garamore. I hope that's how you pronounce it. But you'll see your name on there. You've been one of the ones on my list that I need to use. So you are a Dougal, and we might be actually using you because you're big for water and ice, which will be a good asset. And I think I would realise I made a mistake with the name in a sec, so I'll have to go back. Yeah, and I accidentally did it twice on the screen. So we get that all sorted in a sec to get on with that. And I've done it wrong again. As I've realised I made a mistake in a second, I got back on it. I think I was writing it down and I realised my mistake on the screen, yeah. But we'll talk while we're doing that. I'm going to go and see. We actually wrote your name wrong. Sorry about that. I think there's an aim rate in Pokemon Yellow. I'll double check and I'll go and change it before the next episode. I'll put a note to myself to sort out the name in a minute. Now, because I've got to do some recording eventually for the next episode. Because I've done the grinding but not anything else. So what we're going to do is we'll save it there for the moment, and we're going to see if we can reach it. But if I remember correctly, it is fast water, so we won't be able to use it anyway yet. So what we've got to do is go and find the big rocks to get rid of them. Now, and I think I do sort that out while catching Pokemon, and then we'll have to go back and sort that out in a minute. I'm ready for breakfast. Feel my stomach rumbling. And we got a Krabby. Probably have crumpets today, because I don't fancy rolls this morning. I gotta get rid of some ones that my Max they brought. It's like they forgot I was working. Be at work when she got back from bird watching, so I'll get that all done and dusted. I have been playing some ones. I wanted to get into Final Fantasy because that is one I really like, and but unfortunately I had a bit of a miss out while trying to figure out how to send the videos over without having to use a lot of gigabyte downloads, sort of download through YouTube and then having to reload it onto my laptop. I found a way. I'm using a game capture drive. It's not really an easy option. It did cost me a little bit, but if it's going to save me even more on internet and that, not just for me but my parents, then it's worth it for that sort of thing. But I was going to do Overwatch Friday, no, was it Friday or Thursday night? Well, one of the nights, but unfortunately it said that I needed to update the system. I needed to update the system, and B, it had some updates of its own to do. Because it's one of the ones where you have to have the thing all up to date and use the internet just to get things done on a. So we did get this Krabby. Krabby's gonna be captured in a sec, if I'm correct. Not this time, but it might do in the next bit. I don't know why I'm using not weakening it on this one, too. But never mind. We did manage to do it, and I got your name already ready to go. That. And I should have read that, but I did. This is a start by Wednesday, so sometimes break off during battle, but they go back fast, which is quite a good thing. I think I went and got that a bit too long on trying to make sure I read it, or I was trying to find a name. That was it. Pick a name for the ones to go to, and in the end, I decided on free assistant. And you won't fit all your name, but you'll know who you are anyway. But thank you very much for. I think you were a Twitter follower. If not, then you were a commenter, and I might start having to put a little note saying which ones are comments and which ones are Twitter, just so we can get on with this sort of thing. So that's really one thing to do better with the next series of Pokemon if we do with that next. I did want to think about maybe doing an episode on the once we finish this, to do an episode on the PlayStation 4. It might be Final Fantasy. I haven't decided yet, but I'm doing something to have fun with and that. But I'll probably think more about it when we get nearer to the time on there. So, we are just trying to get the name sorted and try and pick a name, so I'll be right back. And we are getting there. I'm back, and I just need to stop for a sec. When you see, we are using the name free assistant, but we're not going to get all of it in, so we're just going to make it as best we can. See, we ran out of space, but I thought, what should I do? Well, to make it. Well, I just thought I'll just use that and put the rest in the brackets in the timetable, so we can get on with what we need to do on the scene. And then we're ready to go, and we go follow on, and we see a seal. It's really strange. I did wonder if I should bother getting them, but I thought catch one, and then we got one in case we need to use it later on in the series. You're never sure what's coming on. We are trying to catch it, and we catch it, which was pretty easy to do, which was surprisingly in that. So go for the. It might take a little bit while, but it will come up on the screen. I've got 2. And we're gonna be named Dagon Ash, because I just thought it just sounded nice enough for it, sort of thing. I'm watching something from Facebook where they're making this mini buttercream cake, which actually looks really nice the way they've done it. So Dragon Ash, you are chosen as that name, so that was really good. And that cake actually looks really nice. I know someone who would really like that. Might link it to her in a minute. But as you can see, we'll continue on. We're just trying to find way to the rocks, or just thought we'll do some catching while we're in here. I can't remember which one I did. But we have a look. Ah, there's a rock. And I remember where we are. So you do a bit more try and raise up as well while we're in here. We have to be careful because the battle's not going to be really good against ice types. If it's correct, or what they did with the what was I thinking of generations, how they did the weaknesses at the time for the first gem. And you see, we needed oh bummer. We used strength then, but I did forget to look it up and try and catch so we have to go back and come back in to get that rock. But we are going to have a go at trying to get this pike. And that, because I did look at the list, and as far as I knew, I didn't get a slowpoke, so we might as well grab it. And, I'll have to remember to put a necklace on in a minute. Do I want to put my Whitby Jet necklace on, or do you want to wear something different today? I keep forgetting. When is my days off at the moment? I keep forgetting to put my necklace. Usually I wear my Whitby Jet necklace, because I wear that in memory of my granddad, who died about over nearly 4 years now, I would say. 4 years in near Christmas and that. But really, I think I'm getting to the stage where it's time to wear something else, sort of thing. But before I forget, Slowpoke, you are being named unfollow PS, or please. Because I thought it was just a quirky name for a quirky Pokemon. Well, it works. Yeah. So that's something we are going to use. And I don't know if we'll ever use it on the other ones, but we'll find out anyway in the end. I might change that to PS and capitals, but I can't remember if I did or not, so that is something I'll be doing. I think I'm just writing down the name before I forget of the Pokemon and the thing we got to do in that. So I think we're near the end of the episode, so I think we just go and try to get the boulder down to the next level, and then I think that's when we decided to call it a day. We've still got a few more minutes to go, so it might be a bit longer than that. Run away, because I don't want to bother you at the moment. And I think we did go outside, so we'll see in a sec. There's another Slowpoke end of the screen. From this time, we should be back to live recording, well, audio and recording done at the same time. So we are no longer this sort of thing where I narrate it to the rubbish degree that I do, and we'll be back to normal service, hopefully. Hoping that we'll be able to get focus on one episode instead of 2 at a time. It'd be a lot better for videos and that as well, so fingers crossed on that part. So we'll head back outside, and I think we are going to just saving it to make sure I don't make a mistake on that, because you don't know where we got to go. We head back outside, head back in, and then we get caught by another Krabby. Yeah, I remember there was a Krabby at the end, but we don't catch another one, because we already got one ready to go. I might try to get a Kingler if we see one, and that because I might as well try and catch as many of the Pokemon we can, so we can use up all the names and that. And if we don't, what I'm deciding for the when we finish the series is to go through and do a little video. Well, it's probably going to be a massive video, but to go through and thank everyone and show their Pokemon names. So I'm showing a bit of appreciation to the people that did comment and all of those that follow on there. Speaking of that, for you guys to know, and I might have to start doing that anyway, all the ones that will follow, and that you will still, when we get to the next Pokemon series, and we will be nicknaming. We will be using your names to, if we have to, for once. I'm going to try and give you new ones a chance for when we get to that point, but we will. I will keep them for emergencies, and that's so. We are going to. I think we're going to try and walk some of the way through, or I think we might just head back to the Town Centre, heal up, and then I can go through grinding to get everything ready for us for the next episode. So make sure you leave a like, make sure you leave a comment if you want to have a chance to be named after Arcuno. I'm going to pick, or hopefully going to pick an awesome name. I have got a few names on my thing, but if you go, you might come across the better name before next time. I'm probably going to try and get it done at the latest next Monday. So days 26, 7, is it 30 days in the week? In the month. 1 second, I'll find out. It will be. You won't have a chance. You've got to be done by the 3rd. By I'm going to say the 2nd of July at the latest. No, because I don't know when I'm going to be able to record that. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go down, say goodbye to Pikachu as we usually do. Happy cheer face. And I'll see you next time for the next episode. So, goodbye for now.